My patience has limits, unlike my authority. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my favourite quotes from Eisenhorn. Welcome to some more Stellaris Warhammer 40K as the Helcian sector. Helcian sector, I think I keep pronouncing it with an O instead of an A, or at least that's what it sounds like. I'll be brutally honest with you, this sector doesn't exist, but one eerily similar to this exists, and it is from a book, so that's where I drew some of my inspiration from. Actually, I don't think it's a sector, it's a planet, I think. The sector's called something else, but yeah. That's where that came from, if anyone was wondering. We have some economical doodads, basically, to look into. And yeah, just gonna upgrade this here. I think I have some unemployment issues as well, which I need to fix. And we can do that relatively easily. We're gonna need a lot of consumer goods later down the line, because, like I said, I've done a little bit of testing prior to playing this, just to see, you know, is it going to work? Is it possible to do something like this? And yeah, it definitely is. It's just, like I said, going to take a little bit of work and a little bit of, also going to take a little bit extra, you know, to get there. I'm going to take a little bit of foreknowledge, shall we say, also, but other than that, it's no big deal. Let's build a city district, so we get another slot unlocked, and then here, usually it's just save space for a gene clinic and keep building these things for a while. And what takes more time to build this? Okay, so we're going to change the order of those things. Good. We have 71 billion people living in the sector. This sounds good, right? And it sounds kind of correct. Maybe a little bit much, but yeah, doesn't matter. Warhammer is a little bit over the top in general, so why not? Supply ship. Humans have come to our attention that a missing Akori supply ship sustained terminal damage en route to somewhere. Request immediate reimbursement of supplies. Supply ship? What supply ship? I have no idea what you're talking about. Also, get off this Vox channel. We will purge you. Well, we're going to purge you anyway, but, you know, just get off the channel. No, we will, shall we say, grant them limited rights within the Imperium. What exactly do you mean by limited rights? Aren't the rights of regular citizens already very limited? Yes. Yes, they are. Theirs are just going to be extra limited. If you catch my drift, yeah? Alright, lovely. Now, I don't actually need anything else in adaptability just yet. I need enhanced recycling, which... recycling the Empire, really? No, they actually do that. Everything is reused. The air is reused, the food, the water, everything. They do a fair bit of recycling, just not the way we imagine it. So, generally, upkeep is going to be reduced by 10%. Not a huge deal, but in massive empires, it does make a bit of a difference. However, I don't need any of this right now. What I need is going to be probably supremacy, I think. Prosperity's fine. Statecraft is also, like I said, pretty good. And then everything else here is kind of weak, except maybe aptitude. Yeah. So we're going to go with supremacy. That's an easy pick pretty much for us. And then Council Gender available. We also repaired the ships. I've also upgraded Battlefleet Helcian. And I don't have any more leader capacity, unfortunately. But we will, I think, get some relatively soon. So there's something to look forward to. It's kind of unfortunate we don't have a planet here near this black hole. I mean, how would you have a habitable planet near a black hole? I know, but I leave it to the Imperium to be extra careless when it comes to settling worlds and just being able to survive anywhere, right? It's mostly because of the wormhole. Wormholes are strategically very important, but perhaps also in my case strategically very dangerous, because you never know. For example, let's say we're fighting the Coral consensus or something. They're at war with us, and we know the front line is like these 2-3 systems, right? Okay, fine. But there could come a point where the other end of this wormhole is somewhere over here, or somewhere over here or something. And you might think, oh, that's far enough away from them, but there is a possibility that they have military access through the Empire's, you know, that are on the route from here to the wormhole, and they will use that, and they will get to the wormhole, and they will use it and pop up here. And that's a nightmare to deal with. So what I like to do in wormhole systems is to just turn them into Cadia, basically. If there's a planet there, cool, we'll turn that into a fortress world. If not, we just build the biggest, baddest space station, or rather bastion, I suppose, that I can. And that's pretty much it. It works great. Bastion's very powerful if you keep them, if you keep upgrading them and get all the little bonuses and attachments to them. They might not win the battle. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're just impregnable. But even if they don't, they're going to do so much damage to the enemy fleet, and they're going to keep them there for so long that you can dispatch additional forces to either reinforce or mop up the survivors. But like I said, often they do just win also. They are capable of doing that as well. Alright, for now I'm not going to declare war on these guys. There's no point because I don't have enough influence to actually do anything. Research for this guy because he's the tech priest, or the arch priest, or whatever we called it. Yeah. Like I said, there's no point in doing so. Ooh, okay. Inspired General. I like that a lot. I'll tell you why I like that a lot. I know something that not everyone does. There is a way to make the Sector Lord immortal. And it's not just through traits, it's through an event. But you need to fulfill certain requirements, and I'm going to try and do that. But also it's very important to keep to dictatorial and not go into Empire. Even though Empire might actually be a little bit better for us. All things considered, but yeah, never mind. Go to Fleet Manager. Bump that up to 5. Reinforce, and bump that all the way up to 80, I think, right? Yeah, and reinforce that as well. That is going to be a heck of a lot of ships. Obviously. And I think we're going to be building them from both shipyards, yes? Yes, exactly. Alright, lovely. And then I don't need any defenses here. I have 2 battle fleets. I am using 2 battle fleets. This sector isn't fully formed yet, and also it's the beginning of the game. It's really difficult. In fact, nigh on impossible to go through with just using 1 fleet. It's really, really difficult, so yeah. Alright. Savannah World at 50% habitability. This, I think, is perfectly fine. We're going to land here. Yes, we are. And then I'm going to settle these worlds later. Duh, hideous. Suffer not the Xeno to live. Beautiful. Xenos are no match for us. And then let's go to species. The Bakek. Well, I'm sorry, but you will be purged. And, well, actually, I'm lying. I'm not sorry. There we go. Another great victory for the Imperial Guard. Another backwater undeveloped world destroyed. But hey, this is a fairly small planet, or rather, the number of districts that it can create is fairly small. It's not going to be an agri world or a mining world, definitely. Probably a generator world, I think. make the most amount of sense. Yeah. Fair enough, I guess. Do I have any population here? Do I need to resettle some? I need to resettle some. Luckily, our capital often has an unemployment problem. I mean, I say luckily, it's not quite what I mean, but you get the idea. Identity something, right? Yeah, there we go. From unemployed beggars on the streets to rulers of the entire planet. Hey. Who says there is no social and economic mobility in the Empire? Yeah, behold. Alright, so... Let's design. Let's assign this. Actually, I could have made this into... Give me a second. What do we have here? This is a tech world. Agri generator, factory, forge. So I could make this into a generator world. I could make it into a factory world also, because we're going to need more, like I said. It can also be a unification center, and you know what? That's exactly what it's going to be. Unification center, administrative officers. There we go. And then the next planet, I think the next planet we colonize or whatever is going to be factory world. Which is just an extra layer of depressing if you really think about it. The entire world is just one giant factory. Well, not one giant factory, but like a series of factories, but that's the main thing it produces. And now, don't get me wrong, the Empire isn't that monotonous. It mostly is, but it's not that monotonous. You do find worlds where they'll do, perhaps one side of the planet will focus on agriculture and the other side will focus on machinery, factory, or resource extraction, or whatever, etc., etc. The two often don't mix very well, fair enough, but it can happen. It exists. Military ship build speed. Military fleet effect. Military fleet effect. Okay, so what do we have? Hull points, disengagement chance, time spent missing in action. Or just damage. I think I'm going to go with just damage and aggression. Sounds like a very sensible thing to do, given how much we're going to be fighting. Oh, and also, of course, Bloodfall. Machina, Hyrian, Hyrian? One of the two. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Well, it has an anomaly. Oh, it does, doesn't it? It does. Tell you what, research that anomaly, and then go here and research that anomaly. Because I'd very much like to colonize that ocean world down there. Okay, we'll keep digging over here. Alright, and leader capacity is up, which means I can now assign a... What was I going to assign? Ah, another admiral, yes. I'm going to assign an admiral to Battle Fleet Armageddon. Monthly minerals. This only affects Counselor. Monthly food. Again, Counselor. This is the only trait that's actually any good and any worthwhile as Admiral, so congratulations. Although it is very much in character of the Imperium to have a bunch of admirals with traits that have nothing to do with their ship commanding capabilities. The admirals that have been assigned their posts through mainly nepotism. It does exist, it does happen. Okay, so we have local rivalry, high naval capacity usage. I still find that a little bit confusing. Like, what do you mean by high naval capacity usage? I had it at exactly 80 out of 80, and then they still weren't any happier than they are now. Tad confusing, let's just say, but okay. Yeah, I can't actually colonize this and this because the Fallen Empire is going to get all pissy at me, so unfortunately can't do that. Although I suppose a bastion here is going to act as defense against this L-gate as well, right? Because they won't be able to go this way, they can only head towards here, so yeah. Mind you, L-gates are far away from being a problem right now. There's something to consider in the future.
Construction complete.
Well, let's just say I like to plan ahead, so yeah. Okay, what about employment? We should probably take a look at that as well. I know a lot of people... Which is this Empire Capital? I know a lot of people hate this micromanagement level and prefer to assign just planet automation and stuff. Problem is the AI is terrible at handling the economy. I mean, absolutely terrible. It was never good, and I feel like with each following DLC and with each following iteration of this game, it just keeps getting worse and worse. And I've seen constant rebellions in massive empires just because they're unable to keep their economy in the plus, right? It's just, it's horrible. So yeah, basically, I'm forced to do everything manually, but the UI helps a lot, and I kind of enjoy it. I don't know, maybe it's just a nerdy and slightly... I can't make that joke, but maybe it's just the nerdy side of me that really likes doing this. It is what it is, though. I make no excuse. Okay, so we need people basically to work on something here. And I'm just not quite sure what that something is going to be. Probably this. Yeah, I reckon probably that, right? And then over here another industrial thing. Over here another of these. Over here another one of generator world, right? Yeah. Put another generator. Agri world. I'm going to give you a monument as well. I'm pretty sure that eventually every planet is going to have a monument. Provides culture workers, which they turn consumer goods into unity, edict fund, naval capacity, citizen happiness, and governing ethics attractions. I mean, look at this. Mind you, it's not a lot of all of those things, but it's a tiny bit of everything, and why not? I mean, look at it. It's awesome. Versus something like administrative capacity, which is just unity. In fairness, the monument is limited to one per planet, but at the same time, it's an awesome building. You know, there's no reason for every planet not to have one. I mean, sure, they can focus primarily on one thing or another, but it's just like a bonus for all the planets to have, and I need all of those things. Well, governing ethics attraction, probably not, but everything else, I think so. Okay, let's go to edicts really quickly and see if there's anything new. No, I mean, we have these, which are all extremely useful, but I'm not making any of those special resources, so for now, that's it. Oh, and something I completely forgot to mention. As you expand, as you get more colonies and everything, the edict cost goes up. So, the question is, how do you combat that? Well, one of the, ironically, or I guess, maybe not ironically, but one of the great ways of combating that is precisely those monuments, because they provide a little bit of extra edict fund, a little bit of extra everything per planet, and okay, they don't account for all the expansion and everything at all times, but it helps. You know, stave inflation off and keep it at bay, because that's essentially what it is. It's just glorified inflation. And here we go, gene clinics. Very, very useful. I mean, they're good. They improve, I think, population growth as well, and they add habitability, which is awesome. But more so than anything else, if the planets are going to be super focused on like a single economy kind of thing, so if this is just going to generate energy, and okay, we'll put one food district there, just why not? But if this is going to generate exclusively energy, you put an energy grid down and a whole bunch of energy districts, and that's it. What else do you put in these building slots? I mean, until you've filled out all of the energy districts and a couple of the city districts for housing, nothing, right? There's no reason to have anything here, because, oh, well, but I'm going to need Unity. Yeah, go to the Unity planet and build more Unity buildings. Oh, I'm going to need minerals. There's a planet for that. It's a very singularly focused planet kind of economic build. And I think it's objectively the best one long-term. Short-term, not so much. But I think long-term, uber-focused planets tend to provide the most economic yield. And I think I'm going to showcase that actually relatively soon, believe it or not. So, yeah. Right, we have extra habitability here. This is actually... It's not bad to keep this running just permanently, you know, as soon as it expires, put it on again. But for now, we don't need it all that much. I'd like to expand the council. Ship build cost is it's too late for that already, but we have plenty of resources. Superior colony stronger on our own. Is there anything that gives me... Yeah, this display of power. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Because I need influence more than anything else. Like, we have pretty much everything else we need. It's all, well, it's all here, right? Resources, ships, everything, we're making it. The only thing we're lacking right now is resources, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna focus a little bit more on that. Fusion reactor... research station output, I think. I don't know how much I'm getting from stations, how much from planets. Does it tell me if I... No, it doesn't. Oh well. Right, we have plenty of available jobs in our empire. We're going to have plenty more when the gene clinics open up. So we don't have to look at the economy anymore, for those of you that don't like micromanaging that. What we do have, though, is the birth of space piracy in the Deneb system. Quite unfortunate. Let's take the smaller battle fleet. Well, actually, that doesn't make any sense, right? It's this battle fleet's job to go there and clean it up, so let's do it. Besides this, we're just on standby for this war. It's not going to happen anytime soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations.
Research station lost to enemy action.
Really? Inferior fleet power, though. Okay, that's all I needed to know. We're going to reinforce this fleet, and we're going to upgrade the ships.
Station reports enemy contact.
Okay, and then you, I think you're going to be an explorer. We still have plenty of surveying to do.
Construction complete.
Right, good. Also, I want you on standby to repair everything in the Deneb system, because we're going to have a fair bit of problems there. I need to get rid of these guys. I can't. Extremely powerful. I'm going to need like 2 full battle fleets to do it probably. And it wouldn't make sense because it's on like the border of 2 sectors, so like why not bring 2 there? But at the same time, like I said, it's combat lost. Oh, for the station. Yeah, don't worry about it. They've established their own. Jeez. They work fast.
Mining station lost to enemy action.
Actually, there's the first bit of serious combat the Imperial Navy has seen. Let's display it in full glory. Torpedoes flying. Are those railguns or are those lasers? Because I'm pretty sure you just have railguns, right? Small red lasers? What the hell? Okay. Didn't I change that? Well, I don't know if I did, but I will. Lasers in space, just not gonna cut it, I'm afraid, and it's just not good enough, you know? Right, let's go to my favourite auto best. Did I turn off auto design, or did I just not? Why would they do that? Huh. Is it because of the name? Because, like, Tempest already exists? Victory, Endeavor, Ambition. Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna go. And Google something out. Imperial Navy vessels list. Cruisers, escorts, retired classes, aircraft, attack craft. Battleships, cruisers, battle cruisers, light cruisers, escorts, frigates, corvettes. The corvette, I should remember this, but I don't. The corvette is the Claymore class corvette. That is the only corvette class that the Empire uses. The Claymore. And it's going to be an interceptor. The icon's a bit bugged, but that's fine. So yeah, interceptor, coil guns, nuclear missile, 2 shield, 1 armor, and isn't she a beauty? There you go, that is the Claymore. Dominion class defense platform, I'm also perfectly fine with, as long as it takes away all of those things. I save it as such. Beautiful, there we go. And then, yeah, I think that's it for now. Later we're going to get corvettes and, later we're going to get destroyers and frigates and stuff, so, yeah. We'll upgrade them when the time is right. For now, though, you're going to get upgrade over there, and it's no big deal. We have plenty of resources. And you're also getting an upgrade soon. I think. Yeah, okay. Energy consumed a ridiculous amount of, apparently. Yeah. Ouch. Okay. Ship upkeep and naval capacity. Ship build speed, ship build cost. Let's go with logistics. Because the cost is already starting to sort of bite into us a little bit. We can somewhat mitigate that, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this I gotta see. Wow. This looks like the kind of place I would love to find in Elite Dangerous. Especially with 2 Molten Worlds on the side of it. My god, this is gorgeous. Take it. Okay, so now, just out of curiosity... Yeah, look at that. High naval capacity usage. Okay, it just went to 95, so never mind. I think we were above capacity, and I don't know if they were pleased about that or not. You would sort of assume that they are, but...
Construction complete.
Well, factions are a bit finicky and difficult to please. Archaeological site has been fully excavated. Visual for demolition. Right. Mineral cutting beams. Ancient cavitation collapser. Sounds intriguing. Don't know what it is, but it sounds intriguing. Okay, let's research. Actually, no, let's go survey that immediately. Research that and then survey that.
Construction complete.
Oh, no. Research that, then survey that. You, when you're done here, research that. There we go. It's a more efficient use of our ships and time. Time loop. Okay. Menesti 4 is burning up. The planet is enclosed in a shield that is capturing Menesti's radiation, heating it to what will soon be uninhabitable temperatures. Interesting. In the scorching heat, an advanced civilization of tiny squamate reptilians scurry about in frenzied activity. Some event of great magnitude seems to be in the works, yet as tension peak, time stops without warning, then stretches and morphs until impossibly the reptilians are back where they started. They appear to be locked in a time loop, a hopeless cycle of fast-forward repetition. Starting at birth of their civilization, in mere hours, countless generations can be observed living on their lives, unaware that they have been condemned to certain crispy death. Discovered a crack in the shields and could allow us to change their fate. Repair the shield. Someone lock these scale critters, and probably for a good reason too. Interrupt the time loop. Their fate is their own to decide. Let's interrupt this time loop. Mainly, actually let's do that immediately. Mainly because I'm interested in settling that world if possible. So I think that would be great for us.
Ships refitted.
Are we already out of names for the ships? We are already out of names for the ships. Loyalties embodiment 3. Yeah, okay. So we had, what, like 80 ships names? 90 ship names? Probably less than that. Sad is what it is. Sad. I need hundreds of ship names, is what I need. Actually, I can probably add some more from the Realm of Plastic name generator.
Special project complete.
That would be kind of interesting. Okay, Big Boom. Good news is now we have broken the time loop. The bad news is the inhabitants did not survive the ordeal. Loop was caused by an artificial singularity field that curved space-time within the shield. Was set to deactivate on an unknown but very specific change in the lizard's behavior. Our scientists believe it may have had something to do with their somewhat aggressive tendencies. Interesting. Okay, well, we found another gateway. Keep finding the bloody things. Can't use them. The Tau had gateways like that, I think, right? Okay, yeah, let's upgrade these to Claymore class, which again is going to take a fair bit of money, or a fair bit of alloys, rather, but that's fine. All for the greater good of the Imperium, or something, rather.
Construction complete.
Here's a good question, though. how is trade doing? Trade is doing not very well. We have piracy. It's maximum piracy of that. Okay, tell you what, there is a temporary solution to this. 1, 2, 3. See, piracy suppression 2. 2, 4, 6. That should be enough for both of these. For the time being. Yeah? So, 6 there, 6 there. Later down the line, though, this is going to become more and more of an issue. And we will need to fix that somehow. But, like I said, it's not a big problem for now. We don't really have to think about it all that much.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Okay, administrative AI is just... No, administrative cogitators with the servo skull things, and that's what it is. Just don't think about it too much. It's not AI. Or to quote... Forgot the character's name. He's a tech priest, and he's built a load of weird stuff that the Imperium would, in the best of days, not tolerate in the slightest, but yeah, he has the sort of stature position and knows enough influential people to get away with it, right? So he's built that, and I think someone asks him, well, isn't that a lot like AI? And he goes, nope, totally not. Look at all the fleshy bits. Totally not AI. And I was like, ah, right, yeah, sure. He is a very, very funny character. Do I need, like, a... I think I'm going to need, like, hollow theaters everywhere due to a lack of amenities.
Recon pass completed.
Probably, right? Yeah. Well, look at this. Man, real space is bloody awesome, I swear. There was also something to, like, rescale space. Make ships a little bit smaller, the actual planets a little bit smaller, or the planets that become smaller, I think they're the same size, it's just the system becomes a lot bigger. I love that a lot, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work with the ship set, it doesn't work with... I don't think it's even up to date, it's, yeah. Okay, that's fascinating. One of the many moons orbiting Petron 3 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with a gas giant, and what is sure to become a massive impact event.
New sit rep.
And you would like to observe that, would you? Alright. Stick around and look at the pretty explosions. And then this archaeological site is actually fairly easy, so tell you what. Go down there and excavate it. I can't colonize any of these three. They're going to get pissy. It's actually not a bad idea to build like a bastion here, but way, way later down the line. There's no reason for to waste capacity and resources on that right now. But like I said, later down the line, definitely. Okay, so 2 gun batteries and a target uplink computer and a whole heap of these defense stations, and that's most of our alloys gone, but
Mission complete.
it's necessary to keep the Imperium safe. At, well, at all times, right? But currently, especially. Okay, good. And why are you at 45? Might as well put you at 50, right? All right. Why are you at 44? Might as well put you at 45. Is what I meant. Excuse me? There are no active fleets. there are no active fleets. I'm sorry, game, are you drunk? Okay, I think I know how to fix this. Split. Battlefleet Solar. If I merge them again. Battlefleet Armageddon, there we go. Okay. It may have happened because I upgraded all the ships to a different class. And then it just didn't register at all. I'm hoping that's the reason, because if it keeps doing that, we're going to have... Ah, there we go. We're going to have some issues if it keeps doing that, but I think I've fixed it. That was... well, ridiculous. Overwhelming force, let's see. That's not like 200 to 300 power points per fleet. Definitely worth it. There we go, so... again, split. Merge. That's Battlefleet Helcian. Fleet Manager. All the way up to 45. There we go, and we have 2 fleets again. Thank you. Weird. Unusual. Strange. And everything in between. But, hey. Okay, now, is this... this does extend protection range, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, we'll put a gun battery down here as well.
Special project complete.
Project complete. Embrace the futility of life's question. We could not find the answer to the ceramic pot in space. Unfortunate. But it did give us... how do I put this? A different kind of answer, if you will. In that it gave us an answer as to what we're going to do next. And what we're going to do next is we're going to colonize both of these planets. And call it Eden. Very far from Eden. Might want to call a Tomb World or a Death World an Eden. That's kind of funny, but everything else, eh. Okay. But like I said, it did give us a... again with the hair. It did give us an answer as to what we're going to be doing next. And that is, we're going to be fighting these guys. So, let's bring together both of the fleets. Because it's right there, and this still isn't a fully fledged sector, and so on and so forth, and other lame excuses for the fact that I can't beat them with just one battle fleet. Or rather, don't want to risk trying, even. Did I colonize this? I didn't, did I? No. Alright, there we go. Agrippina, you're next. And this is an alpine world. It's a pretty big alpine world. Why not? Barlas Trine.
Science Division reports
Whatever.
success.
Research speed. Shields wouldn't be bad, but it's a very expensive road to go down. I think quantum theory for now would be a little bit better. And yeah, let's bring these fleets together and get ready for war as soon as we get a little bit more intelligence on what's over here, for example. I can't go there, right? Yeah, there. So like I said, as soon as we get a little bit more intelligence as to what is over here, we're going to start making claims. And we're going to start winning, though. It does say pathetic. Their power, I mean. Which is interesting.
Anomaly found.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down if you enjoyed the video, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Until next time, my name has been Juggernaut. Have fun, take care, And buy again. This bugs out as well. Okay. So yeah, bye-bye.